Where do I begin? I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You can see there, right there, just right, fucking right there. You can see right there. I went 3-0. 3-0. What? Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Okay, so we're here. Millwall nil, Wrexham 2. We had an XG of 1.76 to their 0.55. We have had most of the momentum. If I quickly do this, let me just do this. But let's put ourselves in the corner. If I sound raspy, then I'm sure you probably know why. But look at the momentum chart. That's when they score. That's when they score. Not sure how they had much momentum because here they didn't do fuck all in this game. Like even when they scored when our momentum was up. We've dominated possession. We've had 21 shots to their 6. We found the target twice. Twice. And if we'll go in depth, here we go. Look, 14 shots off target, and 5 of them were blocked. Of the 19 shots that we missed, 5 were blocked, which means we just hit the ball off target 14 times. And 14 shots inside the box, including a sitter missed from, not that one. It was Ivanovic. I can't enough Nisbet. It was Ivanovic. Ivanovic missed from what was. No, it wasn't Ivanovic. Was it not before that they scored? Anyway, this shot from Nisbet here, this one, I will not forgive him. I will never watch a fucking game that he plays in ever again. The moment he goes on the pitch and I'm doing a watch along, I'm in the watch along. I do not care. I cannot see him play for this club any fucking more. For context, the ball's been crossed in from here. It's been switched to here. The keeper's come for it, and the keeper's missed it, or he's dropped it. It's not a foul. The commentator was in agreement. The referee had given the goal kick. It wasn't a foul. And it drops to Nisbet here with a Wrexham player here and a Wrexham player there. Not stood on the line, stood in front of it. And then there was one here on the line, like on kind of next to the post, I think. All you've got to do, keep it down, hit it with some pace, but you ain't got to blast it. It's an open fucking net. And he ballooned it a good few yards over the bar. I'm pretty sure this chance from Ivanovic as well was probably our best XG shot. Apparently Ivanovic's header there, which is probably bullshit. Won't lie. Yeah, pretty much. This shot from Nisbet. This one, 0.15. We had more than 50% more of their accurate passes. with 145 more passes made than them accurately. Committed less fouls and more double their corners. So many more shots, so many more just passes in general, which shows that they misplaced most of their passes. We misplaced 97 passes. They misplaced 92, 93. Or 83. I don't know. I can't be asked to do maths. But it is 93. Well, I don't think it was 83. It's 93. ...216 passes in their half. 42 touches in their box. 42 to their 7. 42 to their 7. 42 touches in the box. 14 of those being shots to their 7. They had 7 touches in our box and scored 2 fucking goals. Won every duel. They completed 3 successful dribbles out of 10. 8 out of what is probably 15. 47 clearances, 3 saves, 5 blocks, 10 interceptions, 11 tackles, 1. But we've lost this game. At least we can be happy knowing that our next game is away to Charlton. Which, not even because it's Charlton, it's just a fucking away game, thank fuck. We're on 2 wins, 2 losses. Look, Norwich seem to be doing the inverse of us. They can't win an away game. They can't win. No, they're doing the same as us. Look at that. We're doing the same fucking thing. Us and Norwich are like best mates. Lose at home, win away. They lost to us, we won away. Then we lost at home to Middlesbrough. As did they. I don't know. I don't know what to say. The referee, a bit frustrating at times. Like, it's clear that our players are being pushed and pulled around with no attempt and complete disregard for their safety. No attempt to play the ball whatsoever. Not a fucking care in the world. And it was so fucking obvious when it was happening. They just went unpunished. In terms of player ratings, I don't agree with Coburn being a 7.2. He should be down here with a 6.2 with Ivanovic. Ivanovic being a 6.2 I don't think is that fair, because this cunt, and this cunt, every fucking time Ivanovic went near them, they were just holding him. He couldn't fucking move. There was nothing he could fucking do. Bender, after a fantastic performance against Sheffield United, fucking shit this week. Didn't have fuck all to do, and when he had something to do, it was fucking shit. Sturge, Amarku being a 6.4, this is fucking bollocks. And this is why I don't trust player ratings. Because Amarku was our best player today, and Amarku was the only player who looked like we could actually fucking get anything out of this game for. Clearworth being an 8.6, how? How the fuck are any of these above 8? I haven't got a fucking clue. Yes, they've won the fucking game, but they were not good. They didn't play well. Ward did fuck all. He made 2 saves. Look at what he fucking prevented. He prevented 0.1 XG. And 7.8. He didn't fucking do anything. He did fuck all. Literally nothing. And the one time that he had to fucking do something that wasn't just an easy fucking save, he dropped the ball for Nisbet, who should have fucking scored. And if we had scored, and it was 1-1, and then they're fighting to stay in the game, none of these players get a fucking 8.3, or an 8.0, or an 8.6. Player ratings are bollocks. We were the better team. Miles better. Kiefer Moore scored, so we should get a 7. Same with O'Brien. Maybe a 7.2. Ward, a 6.4 at best. If a Marco's getting a 6.4, none of these cunts should be in the 6s. Marco was the best player on the pitch. They defended well, sure. But we should have scored 3. Ivanovic should have scored his shot. Nisbet should have made it 1-0. And then there was a couple of fucking headers in the box. We should have done better with. We desperately need a right back. And I have to say that I'm getting fucking annoyed that why are we making subs in the 90th minute when we're losing a game? You're 1-0 down. Why? We went 1-0 down in the 58th. 58th. We made our first sub in the 73rd. 15 minutes after they'd scored. With 15 minutes to go. Why? Why? Make the fucking subs earlier. We should have made reactionary subs straight after we conceded. Because Leonard was nowhere to be seen. Kramer ran away from the fucking ball. Bender came for the ball for some fucking reason, which is why Kramer ran away from the ball. It was a ball into the edge of the box. Bender stays home. Kramer jumps for it. Kiefer Moore doesn't get the header. And if he does header it, the chances of him scoring from that were literally 0.0000001. He had a literal 0.001 XG. Because to score from a header from where he did, because there was no goalkeeper defending the fucking net, to score past the goalkeeper from where he headed it would be next to fucking impossible. I'm pretty sure Ivanovic has gone up 0.1, by the way. He was a 6.2, I swear. Great ratings. But how in the fuck did we lose this game? And this game is why we will fucking miss out on playoffs on the final day. It's a fucking Den. The Den is a fortress. Always. Under Harris, under Rowett, even going back to fucking Kenny Jackett. We won't talk about Ian Holloway or Steve Lomas because they were both wank. We had shit players with a shit manager. We were fucking shit. But under Rowett and under Harris, we have been defensively resilient. And the Den was always a fortress. And in order to win against us, you had to be quality. Genuine quality. You weren't going to smash and grab a win against us. You had to have genuine quality to beat us. Now, we're 2 games in. Home games, that is. I know we're 4 games into the season, but 2 home games. And we went 1-0 down to Middlesbrough. Threw everyone forward. Conceded a bullshit, stupid fucking goal. Shouldn't have conceded the first goal in the first place. Much like today. And then the second goal comes from us trying to push on for a winner. Much like today. And then they get a third against Middlesbrough. That's the only thing that we're actually missing. In terms of similar, again, dominated the whole of the first half against Borough. we dominated the whole game here, even when we was losing. Before we was losing, I'm pretty sure when they scored, they'd had like 3 or 4 shots or attempts on target, or not on target, but on our goal, with like 1 or 2 on target. Pretty sure it was 1 on target. And yet somehow we've lost the second home game in a row. Negley. The problem with Negley is he's not a winger. This has proved it to me. Today, like watching him play this season, he's not a winger. He is an attacking midfielder. He is a number 10. He's our number 10, and he is a number 10. There is no fucking way you can call him a winger, because this cunt was never even fucking... He never went 5 yards within the touchline. You could have had 3 fucking players stand next to each other, and Negley still wouldn't be anywhere near them. Every time he received the ball, he'd be here and then move infield. But he was always here. He was always playing as an inside forward, not a fucking winger. A mark who plays as a winger. He gets on the touchline, links up the play, and then goes for a run. Negley doesn't take anyone on, receives the ball in here, and links up play. That is why 10 does! Look at our subs! Zach Howland would have been better on the wing today than Negley. But we bring on Bangor Williams. Another 10. Another 10 that we're playing on the wing. When we need to make subs, and we need to take off Coburn and Ivanovic, one of them, or both, but for now, until Arabi comes in, one of them, change the formation. If you're taking just Coburn off and leaving Ivanovic on, or vice versa, change the fucking formation. Because then we could have brought on Daniel Kelly for Coburn instead. Moved Negley into the middle. Put Kundal out wide. Because even Kundal was a 10. Well, to me, he's a number 8. But even him, more predominantly a 10, is better on the wing than Negley. I don't know why Negley plays on the wing, but so many times we need that overlapping fucking winger outlet who we can give the ball. That's why Marku was so fucking good today. That's why Marku was good today. Because they couldn't deal with him because he was hugging the touchline, going for a run, and sometimes would slip a pass in between Cleworth, Cody and Longman, between these 3. Like, if they were, one was here and then one was here, he'd slip the pass in here to a Sturge who was overlapping, who could then cut the ball back. We played brilliantly. Our build-up play was brilliant. But the final pass and the final shot isn't there. Too many times Ivanovic is Coburn's getting on the end of Ivanovic's chances. Ivanovic scores every chance Coburn had. Coburn alone had next year 0.36. Having said that, Ivanovic should have scored. Okonkwo making a save that he made one save, faced an XG of 0.19 down from 1.2, 0.2. But all he's got to do is just put it to the left of the goal, but he hits it to where the keeper is. Or even hit it back where the keeper is. Like, hit it back across goal. He's put it dead centre. Put it left, or put it back where the keeper's going so he can't make the save, put it back into the corner. But no. He hits it straight down the middle. So that's 2 goals we should have had. Which is why XG means fuck all. An XG of 1.4. Fuck off. You can't have half chances and half goals. We should have scored 2 goals. Possibly 3. But if the goals that we score go in, they don't win the game 2-0. We win the game 2-1. Heck, fucking hell, it might have even finished 1-1. But they don't get their second goal if we score. I haven't had a fag since yesterday. I haven't had a fag all day. So I'm stressed out. And I am annoyed. Of course I'm fucking annoyed. Of course I'm annoyed. I just watched us dominate a game for 90 minutes and lose. Our second home game in a row. On to Charlton, I guess. Is that our last game for the next 2 weeks? Yeah. No, we've got 2 weeks. We've got the rest of tomorrow. Oh, this is team of round 3. Okay. Anyway, we've got 2 weeks to play Charlton away. We lose that game, there will be problems. And after today, I confidently say we need a new right back. Sick of Kramer being put right back. Yes, he runs with the ball forward, but his final ball and his passing at times today was fucking comical. We need to seriously reinvest in a new right back. Can't speak on the centre mids. I thought Cundle was alright today. I thought Luongo was good today. Amarco was definitely our best player. And sometimes he can be frustrating, but today proved why he's at the club and why he should be starting games. Because in my opinion, should be Amarco and Aziz our starting winners. If we're going to play a 4-2-3-1, fuck Kobo, I've put Negley in a 10, I've Cundle and Luongo. This is a 4-2-3-1, but Aziz is injured. Cundle's really starting to show what he's about. Sturge as well, decent today. Cooper, again, was alright. Didn't have fuck all to do. Didn't do much. Bender was okay. Coburn and Ivanovic, again, not much you can say other than stick the ball in the back of the net. For fuck's sake. Everyone played alright and well. And we've lost the fucking game. And we weren't outclassed. It was a complete smash and grab. Both of their goals. And I said on the stream, I now know how teams like Watford, Bournemouth and Norwich, not Norwich, Leicester all felt in 2017 when we beat them in the FA Cup. Teams like Everton, how they feel. I now know what it's like to be a good team lose to a shit team because of a smash and grab. I now know what it feels like to dominate a game for 90 minutes, still lose a fucking game because of 2 defensive mistakes. We seriously need to fucking kick up the ass. Because I'm sorry. I'm so fucking pissed off. It's unbelievable. We're getting Arabi in. Hopefully that Derek Mazisako comes in. And hopefully Brian Pereira does. That isn't just a rumour and that does happen. Because fuck me, we need them. I think Cooper needs to be dropped for Kramer and Taylor. Having said that, I haven't seen anything of Caleb Taylor to say why, to be honest. But just to freshen things up a little bit. Just to change things up. Because Cooper and Kramer sometimes today are fucking annoying. Too many times they've headed it clear, or their clearances miscued, passes, poor decisions, miscued. Fucking just their decision making. Kramer making that run down the right. You either pass it or cross it. He did neither and kept running. And then lost the ball. And then continued the fight. Leonard, other than his long throws, didn't really do much today. Barely looked to swing it across. He was always trying to give it back to Luongo or Egley or Kramer, who swung crosses in. Every fucking throw-in, by the way. Fuck knows what happened. Unless Leonard had thrown it long, Sturgeon Leonard would always throw it back. If hang on. We need to change it to this. Yeah? Okay. Leonard here. Oh, I didn't mean to click on Bender. Leonard would then have a throw in up here, throw it back to Kramer, who would pass it to Cooper, who would then give it to a Marcus Sturge or Kundal, who was in this little triangular space here, and then pass it amongst themselves to create a chance. Every time. Unless Leonard had thrown it long, every throw-in was Sturge, Cooper, Kramer, then one of Luongo, Negley, Leonard. Or it was Leonard, Kramer, Cooper, one of Kundal, Marcus Sturge. More often than not, Kundal and Sturge. Leaving a Marku to go high. Sturge would then, or Kundal would then give it to a Marku, who would do a couple of step overs, watch Sturge run past him, and either play him in, go himself, cut in, and either shoot or cross it or pass it across. It's obviously something they've been learning. They've been working on in training. But have some fucking variety. We've passed the ball. Every fucking time. Like from Leonard to Kramer, and then it passes it to Cooper. Why not just have a long ball? Why not have Kramer come short, or have Negley come short, throw it to him, give it back to Leonard, and then volley it? Do something different! Because it was clear that while we were getting the chances in, it wasn't working. We were having the chances because Marku was good. 90% of our play today went through Marku. And then Negley was just all... Negley played as a centre mid. We were playing a 4-3-1-2, but the shit kind. It's like a 4-2-4 without a winger and an extra centre mid. It was a 4-3-3 with two starting strikers. If I had to give it anything, it would have been a 4-2-1-1-2. It was like Marku was playing as a winger, Negley is an inside wide midfielder. So Marku was playing as like a full-on front three winger, and Negley was playing as a cam right mid. So every time we did have to go down the right hand side, because they were starting to suss out a Marku, go down the right hand side, we had Kramer come up from the back, and Leonard was playing on the wing. Negley looked like he was playing right back at times. Mix it up. Fuck me. Just have some sort of variety. Please. Because it just seems like when it doesn't work, that's it, it's done. We're too persistent with the same fucking tactic. Somehow we've won 3 games of football this year. 4 games of football this year. Now we've got to go to Charlton in 2 weeks. And then 4 days after that, we're off to Palace. I actually thought we could have beaten Palace after the Sheffield United game. But after today, I'm not so sure. Although, having said that, Palace is an away game. Charlton's an away game. We probably will beat them because we're not at home. Our next home game is against Watford on a Monday. The Monday after Palace. We get 9 days after Charlton. And Alex Neil did say that regardless of who it is, if he gets a Prem team, I heard anyway, if he gets a Prem team, he's going to go for the game. Cool. Then we go to Charlton. So we get 5 days after Palace, we got Watford. I want to see something in them 5 days. And then 5 days after we got Swansea away. Then we play Coventry at home. And I bet this Coventry at home game, we lose 3 or 4 goals. And I just can't say otherwise. Because I can't really like see anything happening. Because again, I've only got what we're doing to go off. And we've played 2 home games, 3 home games and 3 away games. We've won every away game. Is it 3 away? Yeah, 3 away games. Coventry at home, Wrexham at home, Borough at home. Yeah, and then Norwich, Newport, and Sheffield United. We've won all 3 away games. We've won 1 home game. We've played 6 times, 3 at home, 3 away. Won every home away game. Lost 2 out of the 3 home games. Now we travel to Charlton, who have scored 2 goals. They've scored 2 goals. Only conceded 4, which is fair enough. That's a goal every game. They've conceded on average 1 goal a game, which is fair. A 1-0 win, a 0-0, and then losing 1 and 3. But they've scored 2 goals. Their goal against Watford and their goal against QPR. Also, can I just say, midday game, 3 o'clock. Midday game. Why are Charlton on every fucking midday game? Their next game is against us and it's a midday game. Yet we've had 3 o'clock kickoff. 4 3 o'clock kickoffs. Norwich was a 3 o'clocker. See? Norwich, Borough was a 3 o'clocker. So was Sheffield United. Sheffield United was a 3 o'clocker. All of our games have been 3 o'clocks. Sort it out. They've had 4 free midweek games. Midday games, I mean. But we end August with 6 points. And if you'd have told me where them 6 points would have come from, I would have said Middlesbrough and Wrexham. Ironically, they're the 2 games that we've lost. And if you'd have told me that... If you'd have told me before before today, that if we'd beat Norwich, lose to Borough, beat Sheffield United, if you'd have told me before today that we lose to Wrexham 2-0, I wouldn't have believed you. There's no way. Surely not. They have the worst goalkeeper in the league. By far. Danny Ward is awful. Of the goals that they've conceded so far this season in the Cup, against Hull, against West Brom, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and he should have prevented like 3 or 4 of the fucking 3 or 4 of the 7 goals that they've conceded. much you could do about Southampton's goals, but 2 against West Brom, 1 against Sheffield Wednesday at least, and then 1 against Hull in the Cup. So they've conceded like 10 or 11. Anyway. We've played 180 minutes. It's fuck the 108 minutes, because it's been more like 200 minutes of football at the Den this season. We have played Middlesbrough and Wrexham. We've played both at home, and we are on an aggregate score of -5. We haven't scored at home for 3 hours of football. 3 hours. More than that. 3.5. Nearly 4. Fuck the cup. Forget the cup. Just in the league. Our 2 goals at home so far this season, in any competition, have come from Kamal Grant, who can't even get on the pitch. And Luongo, which, following a corner, which was headed down, he swiveled and scored. And look, smash and grab win, some might say. Although this XG is heavily reliant on the pen, because I'm sorry, there is no fucking way that they had an XG of 1.83. Their XG should have been like 1, and that's being generous following the penalty. That is literally because of the penalty that it should have been 1. I watched the game. I was invested. I was fully watching it. There wasn't a single time that I didn't see any of the chances happen. Fully watching it. There is no fucking way on God's green earth that they even deserved anything from the game. These are your other scores. For those that are interested, feel free to pause it and have a look if you care. But that's enough from me, because I'm ready to start a fight. We lose the game 2-0, and there wasn't too much wrong with how we played. Just couldn't put the ball in there. And it's going to be games like that that is why we're going to finish mid-table. If we can't put the fucking ball in the net, even at our worst, and we can't do it at our best, then what? If we're not scoring, we are fucked. And I'm going to go, during the international break, we are going to do a, what's it called? I will have a predictions video for the Championship and the Prem, giving my final predictions that I will not change halfway through the season. This is just based on the first month of the season and the windows, transfer windows and stuff, and everything. So I leave you with 40-minute video. This might, I have a feeling this will probably be one of my longest post-match reactions of all time that I'll do this season, because honestly, it's a fucking joke. We have to do better, otherwise we're going to be, I won't say in trouble, but we will have regressed from last season. Remember, we want to build on each season. We don't want to regress, which means an 8th or higher finish is mandatory for this season, considering we've improved on the squad, and in my opinion the league's got weaker than last year. We have to do better than 8th.